Just thought I'd give you a little peek at that fuchsia, which again is what I would call fuchsia gigantum, because it's just crazy. Yeah, I know my window box has got a little bit dried out here, but, and this is what I discovered, the variegated ivy just keeps growing. Doesn't seem to bother with the drought. Looks fine from the outside, but I've got to do something with this side of it now, yeah. Work. Yes, it's been raining over the past few days, so it's a question of where to dry my clothes. And it has been very warm as well, you know, there hasn't been much of a wind. So they're drying very slowly, but progressively. And I've got to light the stove now. I'm going to be lighting my stove soon. Even though it's quite warm out there, I just need to make sure that I've got loads of hot water, because this heats all my hot water, you see, and the radiators. So as you may know, on good days, good weather, summery weather, I do a lot of my washing outside, which is grand, because we've got the water barrels and stuff out there. On rainy days, cold days, autumn, winter and early spring, I do my washing in here. And it's all very, very simple. There's the plunger, there's the bucket, there's some clothes steeping, there's my laundry clean, and I use the Dr. Bronner stuff as well, which is great. So there we go. Sometime today or tomorrow or the next week, I'm going to be working on the pantry, because I need to sort out all the shelves, get up there, take everything down, give it a good old clean, dust clean, etc. Sort out products, sort out jars, you know, just generally give it a complete work through. Yeah, and there's a lot to work through. So one of the things that I'm doing today, as a kind of preliminary to the work that's going to be happening in the coming week, I am hoeing the gravel. As you can see, all the bits that I've hoed already, to get the weeds out. So, stacking weeds is a great big stack over there, look. And just giving it all a good old clear out. Because I suppose in the days gone by, when it was cheap to hire people and servants, the gravel around the great big country houses was always described as being raked gravel. So they would send the workers out regularly to rake it through. So therefore no weeds or flowers or whatever herbs actually got root into it, you know. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. It is hard work, I can assure you. My back's a wee bit sore, but never mind. It's all good, healthy work. So the trellis is down. The veranda has opened up a lot, and even though it's a cloudy day, I think it's starting to look rather good. So working on clearing this gravel, gotta move all that stuff there. Gives me a much better view going over this way. So tomorrow, the work of removing this roof begins. So I'm continuing to rake through the gravel, as you can see down here, and I've made a huge start along here. You can actually see the veranda now. You can see all the rotten wood up there. Oh, I'd be so glad when all this is fixed, because it does worry me. You know, there's nothing worse than having wood which is rotting on the actual beams of the cottage, you know, because the beams would come out there. So here we go. I'll just open this up a little bit so you can see. There we go. So I'm going to keep this cordyline and this little bed. I'm going to keep the bay tree and part of this little bed, taking the rest of that away. I'll probably move this pot, I'm not too sure about that. But I think in the future, In order for me to have complete access to the gutter and to the roof, you know, for cleaning it off, I need to keep this area all clear. This is going and this is going, but I'm going to need a man to do that work because it's quite heavy. And what I will have in place would be, you know, nice, great big pots of plants which can be moved via the trolley when I need to move them. I'm also going to be painting the back door and possibly the window frames. Not too sure yet. The weeding of the gravel I've got as far as here. Now you can see all the weeds on this side and how clear it is going that way. The work continues. So I'll just show you some other parts of the garden because there's so much growth at the moment and so many flowers. It really is quite delightful. So this is the bed that, as you know, I only planted up this year, and it's already beginning to look as though it's been here for a very long time. These are all perennials. I'm going to put this plant into the bed as well, somewhere up there at the back. I've got these beautiful pots of plants to put in as well. I've been cutting back the laurel from here, opening that up. Now I can't get past the wheelbarrow at the moment and it's drizzling a bit, so I'm not going to be pushing that over just yet. But I'll just focus in quickly on the rose arbour. Isn't that beautiful? And come the autumn and winter, I'm going to have some of these bigger trees just coppiced a little bit. Well, pollarded, should I say, because I'm just having them cut back a bit. Very similar to the work that I had done on this green beech, because the beech trees seem to grow very quickly here. And I had this green beech pollarded and it really has turned into a beautiful tree, which is quite manageable. It's so close to the cottage, you see, you have to be so careful considering all the storms that we've had over recent years, and they do appear to be getting worse. So yeah, I think both of these go for a bit of a prune. There's some food that I've put out here for the fox. I don't think he was around last night. So the birds are having a bit of a feast. And this is the view from underneath the tree. Yeah.